The reason why I did take control in the beginning is because I realized, I'm struck. Kendall was with, I'm walking down the street, I'm seeing homeless. Like, I can't even enjoy, I'm such a flamingo, I can't even enjoy this life, y'all. I can't even enjoy the way I'm living because I'm looking at people like, this how you living? I'm walking up the street, we ain't all homeless. I'm seeing people's hands. I'm seeing hands distorted. I'm seeing people walking in the street with no shoes on, they feet pus coming out there. I'm seeing women laying on the ground. I'm like, God, how am I living like this and they living like that? I can't even enjoy it. So I came up with take control because I took control. And I'm like, I just want to help other people to live this life. And the country we live in, like, it ain't set up like that. It's kill to be killed. I'm just being real. Africa is a beautiful place, but Africans ain't benefiting from Africa. Africans ain't benefiting from the gold over there and the diamond. It's snakes. It's sharks that's benefiting from it. The people that live there ain't benefiting from it. And it's enough. It is. Whether you believe it or not, it is enough for everybody. That's just how it was set up. It really is. But there are those of you, and I ain't talking about lazy people right now. I'm talking about good people like my mama who put in 30 strong for forward. My mother was a good woman. My mom made sacrifices for us to go to that company and didn't get what they told her she was going to get. I ain't talking about people who don't go to work and people who ain't got no dreams and people who ain't got no goals. I'm talking about my father, who unfortunately wasn't my biological father, but he raised me. And somewhere around 22 years at GM, he got multiple sclerosis and they got rid of my man. It was called a buyout for $100,000. My man gave you almost 30 years. You gonna give him $100,000? How long you think he gonna live off of that? He was making 90 a year and you gave him 100. I'm talking about sharks and snakes. That's snake. Get a man what he worth. I'm not telling you to make him a multimillionaire, but give my man what he came to work every day. He grind for y'all. Get cash my man out. You ain't got to give him your money, but you wouldn't have had what you had without him. Give my man, he went to college. Give my man, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, y'all. I'm not here to get paid. I don't need y'all to make my money. I make my money on my own. I'm a pastor. I don't ask my church for no money. I don't need their money. I make my own money. I do what I got to do what I need to do. So I'm telling you why I'm here. I'm here because you good people. And some of you ain't where you want to be. You good people. You're doing the right thing, but you ain't living like you're supposed to be living. So I need you to write down when you get up out of this joint by the end of this year, like, for real, man, just in this area, I got to do better, bro. I can't keep living like this. Write it down. I don't know what it is. I don't really care. All the information we give. That's why I'm saying this because, and do me a favor, don't be cocky and write down all the stuff that you winning at. We know you winning there. Give me the stuff you ain't winning at. I just had an NBA player call me a couple minutes ago and I was like, impressed with my man because I'm like, you in the league. You could just fake it like you where you want to be. But I like the fact that you called me and was like, I need you. I got you. We're going to get you back to where you need to be. I got you. But there's some other people that probably need to call me, but they on that cocky, boy, I'm in the league. Just because you in the league, I just left the league. I told the group of guys to be honest with me. I was like, be honest with me. How many of y'all here, but you ain't here? They said, what you mean by that, E? I said, come on. Your whole life you wanted to make it to the league. You wanted to buy your mama a house. That's all you ever wanted to do, and you did it. How many of y'all ain't really, really here? And about 45, 50% raised their hand and was like, I don't even practice the way I practice. I put more energy in getting to the league than I'm putting in being in the league. So you looking at them on TV like they made it. They ain't make it. They ain't got nothing else to live for. Mama got the crib. It's over. They listen to me. They are operating like a lot of you. They just on pure talent. And until somebody more talented they come, they gonna be out the league once that other kid come who's just as talented. But Brian ain't going nowhere because for Brian, it ain't about championship. It's something way bigger than that. And that's what he playing for. And some of you, your problem is real. You kind of maxed out on me, right? So come on, write it down real quick and then we're going to get going. Write it down for me. I got something, man. I've been studying. I promise y'all I'm a student. She said reverse engineer about 2-3 years ago and I've been doing it. I finally found the thing, y'all, right? Write though first. Write down what you need. And then like I told you, when you write down what you want, and please do me a favor, if you don't know but 1 or 2, fake it and give me a couple more because the anointing is going to be thick. And you're going to be hurt that you only wrote 2 down because you're going to have the 2 and then you're going to be mad that you didn't put 6. So just make some stuff up and put it to the side for me. For real, you gotta understand, because I'm not here for that, we about to take you to a whole new level. And I've had to grow to help you. because I was on that flamingo thing for a long time. I can't help you with just being that. So I had to add some other stuff to my repertoire. I had to, don't get mad if I ain't just screaming and hollering the whole time. We're going to scream, come out, scream, come out. I'm just saying, because if I go all turtle on you, you're going to fall asleep, right? And that's what you need, but you're going to want the ride eat. So I'm a turtle, come out, turtle, come out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to work it for you, right? But whatever you wrote down, separate it from what you about to write. Separate it. Write that, what you want, take that away, put that on the side, and then listen to me. When I say something that's an action step, when I say something that is a system, you know you can use this to take to that, write it next to whatever your dreams and goals are. Because everybody got dreams and goals, but they don't have action steps to go with it. So what I'm discovering about people is you know what you want, but you don't know how to make that happen. So you're getting great content. It's some people for real. They're giving you, I'm going to talk about it in a little minute, but they're giving you some great what to do. But the challenge is, because you're not the right person, you're not going to be able to do it. So we can come in here and like give you all the right stuff, and you only going to probably use 5% of it, 3% of it. But if you were to use 100% of what you need, what you heard and what you need to take you to a whole new level. So let me read this. Now, either this is the truth or not. We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Shut the world down for telling you what you can't do, but you won't say nothing to you when you don't do what you're supposed to do. You're not getting up when you're supposed to get up. You procrastinate, but you let you slide. But let the government do you like that. You ready for it. All out. I'm not mad at you. Fight. Do whatever you feel like you personally need to do, but do something to you too. You want to hold them accountable? Hold yourself accountable too. You know you're not making the money you're supposed to make. You dressing up. You got the car, the house you can't afford because you're trying to prove something. You live in America. You ain't got to prove nothing to nobody. You can actually do what you dream of doing. This is America. You ain't got to play like you got it. This is America. You can really have it. But you know why we want to play like we got it? Because it's easier to play like you got it than really do the work to get it. So I came for one thing today. I came to tell you we live in a great country. 75% of the work has already been done. 50% by this country, 25% by the creator. You got to do your part though. You ain't gonna never blow up if you don't do your part. I'm standing here today because I did my part. Now, I didn't do it up to 25. I ain't gonna lie. I was homeless. I was a high school dropout. I was a college dropout. I was making stupid, dumb decisions. Credit was tore up. I ain't had no money in the bank. But one day I woke up and was like, yo, E, bro, you live in America, bro. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Here's my only goal for Eric Thomas. I want you to die on E. If you could be the best in the world, then be the best in the world. I never knew if I could be the number one motivational speaker in the world, but I woke up one day and was like, yo, let's pursue it. And last year, y'all, I challenged myself. I said, Eric, yeah, I know you couldn't read or write when you was a teenager, but you grown now. You grown now. They can say the word for you on Instagram. Like you can get dictionary.com and they can tell you what the word, grow up. Go in the studio, go and learn. And so now I said 2022, E. Now it's time. You should have been in the Lion King. My voice is all over the world. There's no reason it wasn't on the Lion King. I just didn't go over there and demand that I need to be over there. So I'm writing a script for Netflix or Hulu. Why? Because I start, in COVID, I wouldn't watch TV. I started watching COVID. I was like, oh, I can produce that. So I'm doing a show called Torn that we're writing right now. And it's the love story of me and my wife when we hooked up when I was 15 and she was 16 and our journey from the streets of Detroit to number one in the world. Can I say this to y'all? I could have been doing this years ago, but I never held myself accountable. I held my biological father accountable for not being in my life. I held my mama accountable for getting pregnant at 17. I held the Detroit public school system responsible for not teaching me what I thought they should teach me. I held everybody responsible but Eric Thomas. The day you start holding yourself accountable is the day that everything in your life is going to change. Write that down. I'm going to hold myself accountable. Text yourself. I'm going to hold myself accountable. Look, I can leave now. We're going to go through a couple slides, but that's it. If you hold you accountable when you leave, if you discipline you, if you put you on punishment, if you determine that you're going to learn this product, that you're going to learn this industry, that you're going to take everything that you were given and take it to another level, I guarantee you in this country, there's nothing you can't have. I'm hurt. I'm mad at myself because I could have been doing this. So number one, here's what I need you to do. What I want you to do for me is I want you to write the vision, all right, and make it plain. I I want you to write the vision, like flat out. There's not one thing I got out. Do y'all know the joy of me seeing a father with his 3-year-old, his 5-year-old, and they watching my stuff together, and little man said, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy E.T. You know where I got that from? Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan said he played basketball so well so that wives who didn't even understand the game would come and watch him. And if the wife and the kids came, the whole family would be at the game. He wanted to play so well that the whole family would come out and watch him play. So I said, if Mike could do that, I could do that. Write the vision. What's your vision? A lot of you struggling because you don't even know. You waking up every day with nothing to do. You're just getting up. You don't even know what your goals are. You don't even know. Write your vision. Some of you wear stuff. You do stuff because other people are doing it. No, stop doing that. What do you want? In Michigan, y'all, I just moved to Cali, I told you 2 years ago. There was a young lady who came to my house with her mom, and she walked in my house, and she looked in my house, and she was like, no way. Her mother was like, don't be rude, sweetheart. She was like, I'm not being rude, no way. And I was like, what you mean, no way? She's like, no way you live in this house. I was like, what you mean by that? She's like, how big is this house? I was like, 2,300 square feet. Like my house in Michigan, you could walk in the front door and see the whole house. She was like, but I thought you were. I am. I am E.T. the hip-hop preacher. You're right. And I am wealthy. You're absolutely right. But I love this house because everybody here is in the working community. And I love living in the working community. My next door neighbor is a firefighter. His wife is a teacher. I love living in this community. My next door neighbor is a firefighter who cut my grass, who shovel my snow. Anything break in my house, he come and fix it. I can't move nowhere else because I can't find another neighbor like this. I love my neighbor. How many of you live in some communities where you can't stand your next door neighbor? Just be real, raise your hand. That's a terrible experience. So she was thinking, and she was right. If I had a low self-esteem and I hadn't wrote a vision for myself and made it plain, I probably would have moved to a different community. But moving to a wealthy community was not a part of my vision or my plan. My vision or my plan is being married. I want to be blissful in my marriage. I want my wife still to desire me. I want to still desire my wife. I want us to act like we did when we were in high school. That's my vision. That's my vision. My vision ain't necessarily a watch. It ain't nothing wrong with watches. They're investments. There's nothing wrong with jewelry. It's an investment. But that's not what I want. So I'm not going to let society. And let me say this to you. You like, E, what does that have to do with anything? Well, the energy you put toward impressing somebody is the energy you're wasting to do what you're supposed to be doing for you. That's why it matters. Because now you're wasting energy on getting 6 figures or 7 figures or 8 figures or 9 figures on trying to impress somebody. And energy is only going to go one way. It don't go both ways. So if you're wasting time trying to impress people, it means you're not using time to impress yourself. Listen to me very closely. I got up this morning. I flew here to speak for my boy Cole. Cole called me. E, I need you to, I got you, bruh. Then I'm flying back home tonight. When I get home tonight at midnight and I get my wife in that car and we drive back to our house, when I go to sleep tonight, man, I'm going to sleep so well. I don't care what you think of my presentation. I'm going to be so excited because I walked through that hall and there were people who saw me and they said, yo, E.T., bruh, I've been watching you. And I saw them. I saw the look on their face. I ain't even make them do it. I was like, pull out your camera, bruh. Let's get a pic. E! I'm like, bruh, come on. Let's remember this. You're going to be telling somebody, you know, I was with E.T. They're going to say, no, you weren't. I already know how it go. They not going to believe. So let's just get this pic real quick. So when they start saying it ain't the truth, you can just show them the pic real quick. Or when it's my birthday, you can post it like, E.T., happy birthday. That's my dude. And you can get some credit and get a couple more followers. I know the drill. Or you can knock on the door and they like, nope, we don't want to buy this product from you. And you like, you know, E.T., that's my boy. They like, come inside. You listen to E.T., I listen to E.T. Come on. So it has nothing to do with this. I'm going to go to bed tonight and feel real good. You know why? Because a part of my vision is making people feel good. And when I walked through that door, I took a picture with everybody that wanted to take a picture with me. I didn't run back to the green room acting like I'm big time. So I'm going to be able to sleep at night knowing I made my dreams come true. And the problem with a lot of you, your energy is being wasted on showing other people who you are.
and we break them. So everybody always asks me, E.T., what was it like being homeless? I don't remember. What was it like eating out of trash cans? I don't remember. I ain't on that. Let me tell y'all the hardest part of my life. The hardest part of my life was not being homeless. I ain't had no dreams or no goals. I didn't want nothing. Eating out of trash cans wasn't the hardest thing I've ever done. The hardest thing I ever did was get my GED, go to college, study every doggone day and still fail. That's hard. That's hard. When you writing a paper for 3-4 weeks, you turn it in and you still get a 2.0. That's hard. It's hard when you're in the library and you studying and you read and you take the test and you get a 55. That's hard. So what I want you to understand about a breakthrough is that 90% is work, but the last 10%, that's fight. Listen to me. You don't get a breakthrough by working. You get a breakthrough when you fight. And I had to fight. I had to stay up all night. Listen to me very closely. When I first started speaking, I remember they used to be like, bro, we give you 1,500 at most. I remember trying to break through in this industry. I remember speaking and speaking and speaking, getting a 4-year degree. It took me 12 years to get a 4-year degree. Breakthrough. It wasn't being homeless. It wasn't running the streets. It wasn't hanging out with people I shouldn't hang out with. The hardest part of my life was actually trying, putting forth effort, and still not getting my goal. That was the hardest part. The hardest part was going to doggone school. I dropped out of doggone Detroit, Henry Ford. I didn't go to school, so when I got kicked out, I wasn't tripping. But you mean to tell me I'm going to every class and I'm still failing? You mean to tell me I'm reading every paper, I'm still failing? That's the hard part. The breakthrough is the hardest part because the breakthrough is not about the X's and O's. The breakthrough is not about the weight room. The breakthrough is not about studying the plays. The breakthrough, that last 10%, is all mental toughness. The last 10%, the breakthrough is not about being better than them. You're already better than them. You're just not better than them mentally. This ain't got to do with nothing physical. When you get to the top of your game, it ain't physical, y'all.